Hello everybody, this is Editor Bonchan speaking, and I just want to go ahead and say that I'm sorry for the delay. Work's been a lot more busier than usual lately, and with CM11 finally coming to a close, I had to split my time between that and building my Umas. Now, sadly, it didn't even really pay off this time because I lost the CM due to what was likely a network issue, but that's a story for another time. This video was originally planned to go up during the NTR banner and well before the Marvelous Sunday support card banner, so let's be honest here, it's really overdue. But enough about that. I just want to go ahead and say that I appreciate your patience, and if you guys are ever interested, there is a Discord server full of people that are willing to offer free coaching and account reviews. So if you're ever interested in that, or a place just to hang out and talk about UMA stuff and strategies and whatnot, there's going to be a link in the description below. So if you're ever looking into adding a new community that's a lot more active, then there's that. Thank you again for your patience. Now let's dive into the video. Hello and welcome. This is my first UMA video, and I'm joined with a very special guest. He goes by the name of Drippin. So introduce yourself, Drippin. Who are you, and what do you do?
Yo, it's Drippin. Play Matikanetannhauser. I main her. Sadly, not the greatest Oshi to main, but she's the greatest to me. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. I play the game. I do, you know, have a lot of input on this game because I enjoy this game a lot. It's one of my favorite games. I play on a daily basis. So, yeah.
Off of the top of your head, how many hours have you put in this game?
Way too much. I can't even give you a number. It's like, since Global dropped, I have been playing every single day. Sadly, not my greatest achievement off the top of my head.
It's all good. I think for me, I have like maybe 2,000 plus hours. So don't worry. You also have the experience of JP, right? Yeah,
I've been playing. Well, I just recently started JP, but
no, you played before. Come on, like you.
I did, like, I played it just to try out like Unity Cup and then that was it. I haven't really played deep dive into JP like that, but you know, I play here and there. It's like that one I'm just like a casual, not fucking a real person.
So you won't be seeing us making like any type of JP guides anytime soon.
Oh, not at all. No.
Yeah, there's just way too much going on over there. I also picked it up so I would understand future scenarios. I did MANT ahead of time, and I will probably be playing some of that background footage for you guys. It's probably going to be like the most free-to-play deck that I'm using, but I'll add other stuff as the video goes along. I'm not sure it's going to be a very long one, but it's going to be at least a decently sized video. It's not going to be like the normal ones that I've seen out there. I hate scripts, especially when it comes to these types of videos. I think engagement is necessary because you have to justify people spending their hard-earned carrots and at times using the most powerful card, the SSR credit card, to get even more carrots to pull for cards. And we'll probably do a little bit of a deep dive into future UMAs that you should have your eye on when it comes to pulling for abilities that you want to pass on to the ones that you're currently playing. We're also have a little bit of a peanut gallery over here. He's listening. He'll provide feedback as we go. He goes by the name of Real. I think you won, what, 4 CMs? Real?
7.
7. Okay, he's won 7. And then Drippin, I hate to say it, but like, how many? Just say it. Come on.
I won 2 CMs. A few of them, really honestly my fault. I actually had good Umas, and I second guessed myself and swapped them out, even though they would win. But that's my fault. And then I know the biggest one was losing Arima Kanin. Literally, I took out my Daiwa and ended up in a late in end lobby and proceeded to lose a lucky late. Okay, so that was my fault. That was literally my fault. But at the end of the day, like, you don't know what's really gonna happen in finals. It's random. So the fact the game put me in a late end lobby, wasn't expecting that. It happens.
Yeah, no, this is just me giving the listeners just understanding of like who is behind the mics now.
Yeah.
I won 4 CMs in a row before my streak finally ended during the most recent sprint, and then even dirt CMs. For sprint was
not real. It was not. It was not a real CM.
Sprint wasn't either. Yeah, I also so I won 4 in a row from, I believe it was CM4. I didn't do the previous CMs because I wasn't into the game as much. Like, I would play, but I was more into the show and just the lore of the actual like racehorses. But enough about that. That's probably another video for another time. Let's get into what's actually the topic of discussion here, and that is the cards. So a lot of banners are going to be dropping during this scenario that is MANT. And there's going to be a lot of repeat banners from previous cards, as well as SRs that could be strong or usable. But for right now, we're mainly going to focus on the SSRs, starting with Narita Top Road. And I'm just gonna go and say it. You guys could disagree with me, but I believe that Narita Top Road is really overrated. And if you pulled for it, I am sorry, but you got scammed. This is one of those cards that I firmly believe you could have just borrowed. You didn't need it. You didn't need Narita Top Road unless you don't have another SSR speed card that isn't Kita-san Black. Because just to put some background on this or more context, this little group here that I gathered, we're assuming that you at least have Kita-san Black MLB, and at the very least Fine Motion MLB, Super Creek MLB, or even like Nice Nature MLB. You could toss in other names in there like Biko Pegasus or Mayana Top Gun or something, but we're at least assuming you have the big 4, 2 of them MLB. If you didn't and you got scammed or you just forgot to pull or whatever, then we're sorry. But that's the only reason why I can justify pulling Narita Top Road, and even then, it's not that much of a justification. So, Drippin', balls in your court. What do you think about this card?
NTR. I was talking to another one of my homies. Essentially, this card is, personally, my opinion, I think it's a weaker Biko Pegasus. As someone who owns Biko Pegasus, who has, NTR, you can get 20 TE training effectiveness from your amount of fan gain. But MLB Biko, she just gives you 20 TE off the bat, just for having her. And she has, more specially prio than NTR. The only thing, and the other thing is you can't kill. Like, I would say NTR would have a better, better play for me specifically if I was able to kill her event chain, because I'm not gonna use the gold for firm conditions. I'm not using that at all. sadly. It's not, especially during Hanshin 3200. It's wet conditions, so it's not giving you an amazing skill. It has some pace chaser skills here and there, but it's like a weaker Biko. It has low specialty prio, and it essentially is a high roll card. Me personally, I do like consistency, and I think that Biko Pegasus is more consistent and even a better borrow than NTR. Personally, it gives you TE again, 50. I think it's like 56 or 58 specialty prio, and also gives 10 race bonus. This is race bonus. It's a race bonus scenario. So the more race bonus you get, the better it is for your career runs.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah. I should have probably read the hard stats before we went into it, but just to reinforce what you're saying, so its unique effect is that it gains like the training bonus, like you said. So one per 10,000 fans, and it stops at 200,000 fans, so up to 20%. So basically, right, unless you're, for this scenario, because there's two routes that a lot of people are taking. They either have an Uma that can run everything, so from a mile all the way to long, so they can get their fans right away, and that's where I think this card shines a bit more. But it kind of suffers a bit if you take the other route and are only participating in medium and long races, because you don't even get mediums in your junior year until the last week. You get a G3 and the hopeful stakes. So it's going to be very slow. Going into your classic, I mean, sure, you have, the classics, you have the Tatsu Sekinen, you have a few G2s here and there, Japan Cup, etc., and it also copies and pastes into, the spring and summer Triple Crown. But by then, it's like you're catching up on stats. So I agree with you, like it's a high roll card. Like you have to use it in such a way where it's actually going to benefit you right off the bat, and those stats are going to increase your chances into winning more races. Thus, with what, like you mentioned, the race bonus, it really does play in your favor because it adds those extra, SP points as well as those stat gains along the road. Additional stats that comes with this card once it's MLB, of course. Again, we have to get all these cards into MLB. I believe most of them, if not all of them, have to be MLB in order for its full potential to be unlocked. I think there's maybe one or two cards that you could just have one MLB and it's already good enough. But this one, you have to go all in order for it to even be usable. So it has a friendship bonus of 30%, a speed bonus of 1. The bond is really low. It's at 15. So you have to work for it. Hopefully you get some barbecue carrots along your run, but you have to work for it. Hint bonus is level 2. The hint rate up is 30%. Special priority is only 35, so it is pretty low. It's like an SR basically. You have some other SRs that are higher in the special priority, so gotta take that into consideration. Power bonus of 1. We already mentioned the raise bonus of 10, and then the fan count is also 15, which is pretty good because that last golden skill you get, Radiant Star, it increases its value with the more fans that you ended the run with. I don't have the hard math right in front of me to back it up. I'm just going based off of what the skill says in the game, and it's just another buff for this card. You mentioned it already. Some of the support hints is non-court distances, so you're only really going to use it for maybe 2 or 3 of the future CMs, but all the other ones are standard distance, so already you're not really using that to its fullest potential. We also have good track conditions, which I was looking, at the list, and unless I'm wrong, you only have 3 races in the entirety of MANTs that has firm conditions. The rest are
Benjamin, by
either...
the way,
Yes.
the Radiant Star, it scales on how many races you win, not fan count.
Oh,
Just correct that.
okay.
Yeah.
So correction there. My bad. Just to reiterate, it increases per win, not fan. So correction already right off there. But back to what I was saying. Yes, we only get 3 of them that have firm conditions. So that golden skill is not going to be as useful for the other 2 CMs, but it will be useful for the rest. You have a recovery, so I have to switch over right here. So you have a recovery for base chasers, of course. Can't use it on any other ones. And you have additional just pace chaser skills. Up tempo is pretty good for mediums, and the gold skill is good track demon. So the stat increases by 60 for power and speed. So if you didn't get that S, you could probably be a bit more competitive when you get that golden. But other than that,
and again, the only thing you're really getting it is like it's kind of like the skills are more oriented to pace chaser. Again, so you're not really gaining anything if you're from her running any other position. Skill wise, especially, she's just a speed card essentially. Not a very good speed card, but she's decent. I again would not use her over Biko. I would not. She's like, oh, if I have everything else, she's an option I could use as a borrow. Again, borrow card.
Yes.
Yeah. Definitely a borrow card, not like main deck card. Don't pull. Let the whales pull for you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. No, 100%. I did not pull for it. I'm only going to use the free pulls. But other than that, I can't even justify it really even being a parent card. There's other cards like...
I see more use for Fuku speed. Sadly, I can't use Fuku speed because I main Fuku. I mean, I can use it for my other Umas, but on Fuku, I can't use Fuku. But Fuku is more, I think personally, Fuku's better than Top Road. A lot better. She acts like as a buddy card and a speed card, and she gives you initial stats up. So, and at least on Fuku, she has skills oriented that can work for a lot of positions. But she is laser oriented as well too. So mostly, but she's at least better than NTR and worthwhile, which is why I ML beat Fuku, because at least I will be using her more often. Although she doesn't give a great skill, like
Super Lucky 7.
Super Lucky 7, base Fuku skill.
Yeah.
Oh my god, man, it takes me back when I used OG Fuku for my first 4 CMs. But yeah, still a better card in my opinion. At least you get like late surger corners from Fuku if you play late surgers.
So between me and you, and I think this is the biggest advantage of also just having a JP account, we can test these things for the future scenarios. But yeah, going back to it, between me and you, I think we both agree that we would not pull for this card and that it's a solid borrowed choice.
Just a whale. This is a whale card. Do not pull. If you are still thinking about pulling this card, please, please, please do not pull this card.
Yes, there are going to be better options as we go down the list here. We have... Save
your carrots. Save your carrot.
We have quite a few options. And some of them dripping over here is gonna be willing to.
Yeah, some of them I'm kind of geeked over, you know, because I play back end. I love late surgers. I love end closers. Unless you're gold chip, you know, I do not like you. Sadly. And Taishin, sadly.
No, Taishin's not Taishin.
No, Taishin's a little cutie, but you know, I don't like facing her in CMs.
I think we should have started that off with a disclaimer before we even jumped in the video, so I'll just include it now. This is our own schools of thought, so do not take it as gospel.
Yeah, take this with a grain of salt. It's again your choice at the end of the day. Whatever choices you make, you know, please don't go just into pulling mindlessly. Do research, you know, read the race doc. It's everywhere. You can find it anywhere in anyone's video. You know, read what the skills do on the card. Don't just start pulling cards just to pull.
Yes.
It is very, very, because then you'll have a card like me. I have a card, Bamboo Memory, and I pulled for that. I pulled for Bamboo Memory, essentially trying to pull for Shiko Windy Speed, because it was a good card ahead of its time for MANT, especially, and back then it was still a good SR card. But I got Bamboo Memory, MLB, and I'm sitting here with this card that will never get played. It's not gonna touch seeing the day of light ever again. I think I used it for like maybe two CMs, and it just never proceeded to come to existence again.
I mean,
don't
use it for
again.
the next mile. The next miles, bro.
Oh, there's no. Wait. I think. Does it even? It maybe have race. It might have race bonus. Probably.
You would have to look it up. I'm not sure if it has race bonus. I didn't pull for it, so I don't know.
If it has race bonus, then it's a possibility, I guess. But if it doesn't have race bonus, I will not be pulling.
Are you looking for it right now?
I'm looking. It has 5 race bonus. Oh wow.
It's a flex card.
So
it's a flex
usable.
card.
Flex card. I'd rather use fucking
You can know
excuse my
Beijing?
language. Yeah, I mean, this one. Bamboo Memory has skill point bonus. Skill point bonus is
That's
pretty good. And 15 TE, and she's a floater. Initial 25 power. Honestly, not terrible. But power bonus and SP bonus, not terrible.
Alright, he's coping. He's coping.
Okay, I'm coping.
But
Wait, no, don't. Yeah, again, at the end of the day, don't pull for cards without reading what they do and just mindlessly pulling because you see someone else has it.
yeah, no, don't look at like. I mean, it's probably like another direction here. We'll go right back to it, but like just because big content creators said pull for it, or you see them on stream pulling for it, even though they said, "Hey guys, don't pull for the card," but then they're pulling for it on the side. You don't have to do that. If you really want to. And I'll provide the resource, on the bottom of the description box. Just go to Uma.Pure, Uma.mo, look up the card, MLB, follow that person, use that card in a few runs. If you really like it, and it's consistent for you, and again, this game is RNG, then you also take that into consideration. Go ahead and pull for it, but don't just pull for it because everyone else is pulling for it, because there's going to be at least 1 or 2 cards that literally is only going to be used for 2 weeks, and that's it. But we'll go to that when we get there. So enough about Narita Top Road. Go on to Marvelous Sunday Guts, and I'll go on the hard stats here. So its unique effect is gain mood bonus of 60 when the bond gauge is full. Its friendship bonus is 30%. Its specialty priority is 50. Its training effectiveness is 5%. Initial power, 20. Its starting bond is only 20. Race bonus of 5. Phantom of 10. Guts bonus of 1. And initial speed of 30. So this is basically your Marvelous Sunday Wit SR or Marvelous Sunny Power SSR, the free one that you got. Hopefully you got it MLB because it is a good card from MANT. It's your 50% race bonus right there. But other than that, its gold recovery is a recovery that you can only use for long, which is kind of ironic because I think the only race that Marvelous Sunday won, the G1, was a medium. So unless I'm wrong, should have been a medium skill, but whatever. And yeah, if your remaining stamina drops below 30%, your speed will increase and your stamina will recover. So it's adrenaline rush. That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's adrenaline rush. And
Yeah.
let's be honest, you're better off if you really want that recovery. You get it from the rice shower, the free SSR rice shower. And there's a reason why nobody uses that skill. You know, there's a big reason why no one uses that skill.
Yeah, imagine recovering your stamina when you have no stamina at all. And,
yeah.
Whoa.
It's a card for sure. I simply wouldn't pull for it because you have the two better options as of right now, which is the power card and the wit card. You know, the power card is already good because it gives you that 15% race bonus amongst all the other skills that you get from the wit card. So yeah, I'm just gonna get straight to the point. I'm not pulling for this card, and I don't think
it's not worth it. It's not worth it.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna even borrow it either. I don't think it's no. Art's good. I'll give you that.
Yeah,
much.
pretty art. If you're a collector of cards, because there are some people who play this game just to collect cards, collect characters. Feel free to pull. You know, that's you. You know, competitive people playing for like actual gameplay and just want to win being competitive in CMs. This card is completely useless.
Yes,
it is just an art card.
It's an art card. It's a glimpse into her old race outfit that is 20 times, if not 100 times better than what we got now. But
I don't understand why they got rid of her. Like, bro, this card is like, her colors are perfect. Why did they change her? Oh my god. I will slime side games.
So we're probably gonna get into the better portion. Right, well, these are the cards that are probably going to be on your radar. I wouldn't say better portion, but definitely these two cards that come after are going to be on your radar. And these two cards, you can even use them, I believe,
for 3 CMs during MANT.
So
So go ahead, sorry.
I was just going to say basically what you're saying. It'll probably be a little too late or just barely to make this CM, the Hanshin 3200. But you can still use it. It's just going to be kind of on the edge because it ends on the 5th and this card comes out on the 1st, roughly.
Well, these two cards actually are medium base cards, so you can't really use them. Yeah, you should don't use them for long, and they're not worth it for long. They're medium cards. But they're also backliner cards. And if you're a backliner and you're suffering, say hello to Symboli Rudolf and Symboli Sirius. You got Rudolf Stam, which is actually it's pretty good for mediums, and it has a really good gold skill. Let me pull it up here.
So its unique effect, right? Gain additional stat, which is 10, where stat is the type of the card for every card in your support deck. Friend and group types give 2 to every stat. So I know you're gonna want to say something about that, but I'm gonna hold on. You gotta hold on to that. And then friendship bonus 25, hint bonus 3. The hint rate up is 50%. The training effectiveness is 10. Starting bond, pretty low at 20. Special priority as well, pretty low at 35. You do get a guts bonus. its race bonus is 10, so very usable for MANT, and then its fan count is 15%. It's similar to the only, I believe we only have the rare Symboli Rudolf card right now. We don't have an SR, right? At this current time.
Yeah, we have a Symboli Rudolf. We don't have a SR. We only have the rare.
Okay, so it's basically giving you a lot of those debuff skills, but it does add more to it. So go ahead on the special ability that it comes with, and I know you want to talk about that gold skill. Go ahead.
Well, I do want to say that it's comparing it to Super Creek, you know, it's giving you on stamina. It's a little less than Super Creek stamina output, and it gives about the same guts output as Super Creek. But you know, it has a gold skill that is called Burning Soul. And it's basically for 2.4 seconds, it's giving you a stamina recovery, which is equivalent to or 0.035, which is I think like Maestro. I'm pretty sure that's literally Maestro recovery. If I'm not sure, let me pull up Maestro here. Skills and my.
While he's looking for that, it does also have good skills.
No, it's sorry. It's I think it's like hold on, a superior
it's
heal.
a white skill. It's a white skill. There's no way it's
a white.
Gold. Yeah, there's no way it's a white. Or sorry, there's no way it's a gold. It has to be a white. It's probably like
no. It's giving you the same as inherited version of superior heal. So it's half of a gold.
Not bad.
Or more than half than a gold.
What's the numbers of inherited superior heal?
Same as it's 0.035.
Okay, so it'll be
so
good
it's
for
inherited. It's like inherited pure heart and inherited superior heal. So you're getting that's in comparison. So it's giving you recovery back, right? And it's giving you increased target speed by 3.5 for 2.4 seconds. So you're recovering and getting target speed with this skill. And it's if you're in the mid pack when someone's blocking you from the side, your speed will increase and your stamina will slightly recover. That's, in my opinion, I think that's pretty good. And I don't think it's like it acts sort of like NSM in a way. It's target speed and recovery instead of like getting acceleration.
It's a bold claim
like
there.
NSM.
It's a bold claim there.
I mean, when they say blocking you from the side, because I'm pretty sure the same NSM has the same wording.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty positive. No stopping. When the way ahead is blocked on the last spurt. So, I mean, blocked on the side, that literally could mean you can probably brush someone's shoulder and proc it.
Mm. So it's like opera ult.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like, yeah, it's an opera ult. And you're getting recovery.
Is this a skill, right? I'm going to ask you this. Is this a skill that every run style can use, or is this like a pace heavy skill, a late heavy end closer?
I feel like this is late surger oriented and end closer oriented. Mainly because it's mid pack, front runners are going to be in the front of the pack. Pace chasers are front of the pack. If you're a pace chaser in the mid pack, you're most likely losing. You're not going to make it. You pace chasers want to be closer to the front runner. But I think this is late surger and end closer oriented for mediums. And it's really, I think it's worth pulling for if you can. It's one of the cards I probably would pull for Well, one of the two. Actually, this whole banner I'm pulling for, but it's a worthy card. You know, I think it's a worthy card personally.
Okay.
And it's also you know, it will help out the late surgers who are, you know, struggling to fight Christmas Ogiri.
Oh yeah.
Who, this is like half of what Christmas Ogiri does. It's just missing the acceleration, which is what we'll get to that part, you know, in the other card, which is why, like, I think it's essentially this card is supposed to be paired with the other card, which I'll talk about in a second. But yeah, this is like compared to Christmas Ogiri. Let me pull up Christmas Ogiri.
It's like an inherited Christmas Ogiri without the acceleration.
No, just base Christmas Ogiri, not inherit.
Okay.
Like
Imagine
base.
Imagine what kind of monster you can make if you made like Ogiri into a late surgery here.
Yeah, no, this is literally like Christmas Ogiri is giving target speed 0.25 target speed, and she's getting the same amount of stamina recovery as this skill. This skill is giving 0.35 target speed and the same stamina recovery as Christmas Ogiri. So you're getting two of the things Christmas Ogiri unique is giving you with this skill, which is why I think this skill is like really good. Now, some people are gonna be like, "Oh, this is a stamina card," but you know, it's a stamina card that can be act as a floater. And on mediums, you don't really, you know, you're gonna use this card as kind of like a floater card or because it doesn't have, from what I've seen, it only MLB
35.
is giving you 35 specialty prio, and you're getting 10 TE with 10 race bonus. That's, you know, you need race bonus. Again, this scenario is race bonus oriented. So I wouldn't say pull for the card if it didn't have like race bonus. You know, if it had no race bonus, I'd be like, oh, you know, it's a cool skill. I'm not risking my race bonus over this card because I like, again, you need race bonus to do this scenario, at least 50. You know, the fact that this card is giving, like, it's giving you 2/3 of Christmas Ogiri's unique. That's huge.
That's enough justification for you personally to pull for it.
Oh yeah.
Because the way I see it, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, the comparison that I can make with this card would be Tamino Cross. SSR Stamina Tamino Cross. It's a floater card. It gave a pretty decent skill for the Mile CM. I used it on my King Halo. I believe it was, what was it again? I think it was Furious Feet, actually. I'm looking it up right now. It's been so long since I've used this card. I got an MLB somehow pulling it off banner. And let's see here. It's not Furious Feet. It's, I don't know what the English one is, but it's quick and decisive. It says between her at a random point during the middle leg. If you are not in the front, your speed will increase.
It's Fast and Furious.
Okay, Fast and Furious. So thank you. I did use this card for the Mile CM, specifically on my base Ogiri and King Halo. King Halo was the one that won that CM. It was amazing seeing her win it with that skill because she rushed and could not use her ult. But that is a story for another time. So, in terms of this card, you are correct. It's very medium oriented.
Yeah.
It also gives another skill. All I got. And
pretty
that's
good skill for medium.
Really good. Sorry. Excuse me. It is a really good skill. It's
really good skill for mediums. It gives you medium corners and medium straightaways, and it can give you debuff skills that you can debuff front runners, pace chasers, late surgers, and enclosers.
So
what more can you ask for? What more can you ask for?
Solid.
Solid. It's so funny because like I was literally pulling on this banner just for Sirius Symboli, but seeing the Rudolf stem, I actually deep dived into it a little bit more. It's worth it, you know. Again, I know I was comparing it to NSM. NSM, you need to be blocked ahead of you for 3 seconds. For this card, you need to be blocked for 2 seconds on the side. If you're in a rail, you're gonna be blocked for 2 seconds, at least, multiple times, especially as a backliner. If it's very backliner heavy, yes, you're gonna be blocked. It's gonna proc. Easy. I personally think this is a worthy card. We're gonna have 3 mediums this scenario. It's a medium base card. Worthwhile.
I personally am probably going to borrow it. I am going to be pulling for some Umas, which, if this video does well, we'll dive into that. But I will definitely borrow this card.
Yeah. It's a good borrow. It is a good borrow.
It is a good borrow. I will say that. Like, it has its value. It'll be very tough to have to pick this card, right? Just based off the gold and NSM. Because there's also going to be a lot more alts in play for this medium coming up. So we can definitely start to be a bit more flexible. You know, Pump is on the table again, Dober Alt's on the table, Shadow Break's on the table. You know, a lot more alts that are more beneficial are going to be more on the table compared to this long CM. Now, the only value that I can see using it for this long CM is simply for it as a debuffer card. That's pretty much it, because it literally comes with all of the flusters, as you said. Flustered runners, or sorry, flustered front runners, flustered pace chasers, flustered late surgers, and flustered end closers. So that's probably the only reason why I would use it, besides rainy days. That's a guts skill though, but it's not like gonna be that high up. That it's a debuffer card, if anything. And then you didn't mention it, but going back to its unique effect. So the wording is a little interesting here. Did you like, you know?
I have a belief on what I think it means. I think if you're so all the cards you have, I think if you're clicking on a speed card, it'll give an additional 10 stats to that speed card. If you're clicking with a buddy, it'll give 2 stats with the buddy you're clicking on. You know, I think that's how it's worded. It's a little interesting. Well, we're gonna I still have to test out the card. I'll see. I'll do some tests on JP, borrow the card, and see how that goes. But if I'm correct, you know, that's. Hey, I'll take it. It's a good. That's really good, unique. It's like giving you more stats. Yes, I'll take more stats. Yes, please.
And finally, an SSR with Rudolf. The art is beautiful. Yeah. I will also say that.
Really good art.
Really
good art.
You got your for all those Yuri fans out there.
Oh yeah. For real.
All right. Well, I think you're more excited about this one than the previous one. So
Sirius Symboli.
Sirius Symboli. So it's an SSR. It is a Wit card. It's a hard stats here, right? So, unique effect. Gain friendship bonus 3 every time you do a friendship training with this card, up to 5 times for a total of 15. So, so it's okay. You're gonna get this card at max level relatively quickly. So its friendship bonus is 20, mood bonus is 60. Your wit recovery is 5, so it's pretty high. It's a pretty good card because of that. Getting a lot of energy back, especially for this scenario. The specialty priority is 50. Really good, really good. Speed bonus of 1. The bond, pretty low, 15. Hit bonus, 1, could be better. The hit rate is 10%, again, could be better. Wit bonus of 1, race bonus of 10, so very usable for MANT, and also fan count bonus of 15. Some of the skills you get is Lone Wolf, you get bad track conditions, you get quiet breathing, so I think that is the white version of, it's a late surger recovery. During the second half...
It's Be Still.
Be Still, okay.
Term.
There you go, Be Still. So it's a white recovery. You do get medium distance
white
corners.
Laser, yeah, it's a white late surger recovery.
Mm-hmm.
You get medium corners and late surger straightaways. You also can get PTO from killing the event chain. So it is a PTO card.
Mm-hmm.
You can get PTO off of it. Wow. Talented. Woo.
More options for PTO. I mean, but you might not want to kill this card because it does give other skills. So you do get late surger savvy. You get additional 2 medium skills, and then you have a vision skill, which no one uses vision skills. So you get the gold skill. I think you want to really go into that. So what's the gold skill here?
It's medium acceleration for backliner. If you're positioned toward the back late race, increase acceleration 0.4 for 1.8 seconds. Now, I know that may not sound much, but that's, pretty huge. That's another acceleration we can add for late surgers and end closers on medium courses. And if you're, someone who plays Narita Taishin, who I dislike, you have another skill for your encroaching shadow to proc into. Or if you're playing end closer Ogre, you from the brink ult into from the brink, or I don't know where it procs, if it procs before ult, or it's just another Excel that's late race. So it's at a random point. So during, let me see, I'll pull up the next CM, which is CM 12, right? CM 12, Aries Cup.
Nakayama Racetrack, 2,000 meters. It's gonna be
late race. So it's going to proc literally at a random point from the 667 meter up until, they could proc right near the finish line, which is
useless.
This is what. Wait. Overlaps, early spurt. Mid race, late race, last spurt. Yeah. So it could proc like right before the last spurt, which is not, the greatest. But again, I'm pretty sure it's
RNG based. If it goes off at a good time, it's good. It's like NSM. NSM goes off at the accelerate. What is it? The acceleration.
And it's sorry, my bad. I misread. It's first half of the late race. So first half of the late race is like start of that final third corner, or start of that third corner.
Mm-hmm. So it's one of those skills that you want to like combo it with, let's say, NSM.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it has, it gives you MLB gives you 10 race bonus. Mm-hmm. You get, it has 10 hit frequency, 50 specialty prio. Pretty good for a wit card. Speed bonus 1, wit bonus 1. Mood effect is 60%. You get wit friendship recovery 5, which I think compared to FIMO,
it's one of the highest for sure.
Yeah. Intelligence recovery. Let me see. Compared to FIMO, it has the same as FIMO. You recover the same as FIMO.
Mm-hmm.
Energy back. So it's pretty solid, honestly. And I like this card a lot, especially for being a back ender. you know, really good, and I feel like it's a more controlled XL it can be, because since it's start of late race, it's not like like in late race middle. It's late, the beginning of late race, which is good.
Mm.
And I'm pretty sure you need to be, well, what are the other conditions? 4 and below.
Yeah, so
If you're
definitely.
fourth and definitely late surgery oriented.
Yeah.
And
Laser
ankle
ankle
surgery.
Yep.
So 4 and below, and the first half random 0.2 order rate. Yeah. So yeah, it's pretty good. I think that's a good card to pull for, especially if you're a back-ender. So the fact that this banner has 2 good medium, CM skills for
Yeah.
the back ends is pretty good.
No, 100%. It's definitely leaning more towards the medium.
And this is the start of like when late surgers become a bit more powerful. At least I personally think, especially since 11-11, we're getting closer to the start of end times for every other position.
Well, who knows? I mean, we've already discussed this, whether in here or other places, where it's not 1-to-1 as much as people like to think it is. It's a parallel, but it's not 1-to-1. So who knows? We can get an additional patch notes, once the CMs are wrapped up and we go into the new era once again. We just don't know. But yeah. I was gonna say I probably would also borrow this card. And the only reason why is because if I pull on this banner, I don't want to get Symboli Rudolf, MLB, and then I'm stuck with only like 1 or 2 Sirius Symboli cards, or it could be the other way around. So that's the only reason why. I would definitely borrow this card. And it's also could be semi-usable for this CM currently that we're on, the long CM, only because of Lone Wolf, right? That's a gamble.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a debuffer that takes Lone Wolf, well, there goes your skill points. They're wasted. But it does have some late surger skills that they desperately need, and then PTO. So if you kill the event, because obviously you don't need it because it's a medium gold, you get PTO. But I wouldn't necessarily put it as something that you need. It's just a option, depending if there are better late surger options right now that you could probably use just for statistics, because you're definitely not getting on your left, or also known as on your slop. Doesn't work for the long CM. And then Fine Motion, as well as Ikuno Vision. So it's one of those cards that usable, but probably not on the top scale for this long race. But definitely borrow
it is
here
a
for
really
medium.
And honestly, the skill it's literally just a better on your left for the medium.
Yes.
And on your left that works on medium. That's literally what it is.
Yes.
Doing a comparison of the two on Game Tora.
Yes. You don't have to be 6th, and you haven't done the
Yes,
update
you don't
yet.
have to be 6 or below. You can be 5th, 4th. Finally, for someone who plays Fuku, who is unique, forces her out of 6. I can finally use an XL.
I love my late surgers. We'll probably do that on a separate video, but that's my school of thought mainly comes from pace, late, and end. I just recently picked up front runners only because of Valentine's Bourbon and Kita-san Black, which I know there's any people, meta, but I really liked her in the anime. And again, I watched the anime 4 or 5 years ago, before the game was even a thing. So there's that. Any last words on these 2 SSRs?
The main backends, like backends, good. It's a worthwhile card maybe to pull for it if it's in your budget. Again, if you are, you know, someone who, you know, I don't mind pulling for this, and you're willing to put some carrots in, go ahead. Whales, most definitely, I know you're gonna pull for it. I don't need to talk to you, but you know, someone who doesn't get carrots as often, are storing up carrots. You know, it's up to you. You know, I'm not forcing you to, you know, try and shove it down your throat. But you know, and if you play like, you know, again, late surger and closers, it's a worthwhile card for medium, especially during this scenario. Both of them, in my opinion.
Fair enough. So I forgot to mention, but it's just a real quick pass over. Current Sean Wit SSR and then Rob Roy Speed SSR comes before this banner. They are rerun banners. I wouldn't pull for Rob Roy. Current Sean, pretty good Wit card, just for a stat stick. But it's probably one of those cards that are going to be put to the side once the rest of these SSRs start popping out. We move on to Daiwa Scarlet Power SSR. So I believe it is our first Power SSR that we get in terms of being released during MANT. So here we go. Here are the hard stats here. So gain power bonus of 2 when the bond gauge is at least 80. You're gonna get that gauge up pretty high because your friendship bonus is 35%. Your starting bond is also 30, so not too bad, really doable. Race bonus of 10, so once again, really useful for MANT. Fan count of 20. Hint bonus of 2, pretty good. Hit rate up 30%, so okay. Stamina bonus of 1, so similar to Rise Shower Power, you're going to get some stamina while using this power card. And the initial power is 30. In terms of the skills, you get Competitive Spirit, you get basically all the skills that you get on her SR Wit card, including the gold skill. So I don't know if you looked into this one yet. I know you like to take
yeah, she's you know, pace chaser oriented. Honestly, like, you get gold head on, so that's really good for pace chasers. You know, finally you're getting your excelled, your gold excel space chasers. Wow, you can participate. Oh, but guess what? You're on a power card, and you know, it's a power card that is hold on, let me fucking open it up. It's a power card, you know, that has 10 race bonus, doesn't have specially prio, and is a floater card. So you're getting your XL from a floater card, which is not, you know, not the end of the world, you know. It's a floater card that doesn't have TE. If it had TE, you know, not a bad investment for pace chasers, but not the greatest, honestly. You're not getting a single ounce of training effectiveness. So you're just using the card for just the skill, you know. And it kind of doesn't amount to anything. It's like, why am I gonna use a card that doesn't give me good, like, trainings? It doesn't help out. It doesn't help out my trainings. You know, it's just a power card that, like, I'm pretty sure Marvelous Sunday gives more TE than this. The free Marvelous Sunday power, that's pretty bad. Like, if a free card gives more TE than you, then that's awful. No. Marvelous Sunday has 0 TE. That's not good. But
yes,
because you get power bonus too if it ever decides to land on power with 0 prio. So that's cool, I guess. Yeah. You're only using this card as, like,
A
a
borrow.
stand-in card. Literally just a borrow card and for the gold skill if you're playing Pace Chaser. That's all you're using it.
There are definitely better Pace Chaser oriented cards that you can definitely use. Unless you want, as you said,
You want
golden
and
head on.
head on.
Which
Yeah.
you could get it from the Nakayama Festa card, but it is a gamble. But that's a different story for a different time.
Nakayama Festa card?
Yeah, her first event. You can get it as a gamble.
The stamina?
Yes. Or am I completely
No, it's
missing?
third
no,
event. It's
no.
third event.
It's a different, just complete. You're getting gold. All I've got on Nakayama stamina.
Oh my god, am I giving misinfo?
You're giving misinfo.
Yes, you are.
Yo,
You
get
are.
this guy out of here.
Oh, wait, no, I'm officially a content creator of Musume. Giving misinfo,
Oh.
like it's tradition. But yes, so okay, I was wrong.
Guy doesn't do his research. Get him out of here.
Oh yeah, you're
I-
right. It's the
Yeah.
other one. Okay, my bad on that part.
So let me do a pause real quickly. I gotta take a call real quickly. All right?
Oh, okay. I'll continue
Okay.
as you do that.
Yeah.
But I think I speak for Drippin here that this is definitely going to be one of those borrow cards. Probably not going to pull for it unless you're an absolute diehard Pace Chaser. You're just not going to pull for it. And it sucks because you could use Daiwa as a Pace Chaser, especially in mediums. She's relatively strong as a Pace Chaser. The only Umas that I can see really benefiting from this would probably be Taiki Shuttle. I think she'd do pretty well because SFE is back on the menu for at least the Hanshin 2200. But other than that, Pace Chaser Classic Oguri is a good choice for this skill, especially if you pair it up with T-Pulse, but you don't want to also overshoot and then not be able to use T-Pulse, and then you lose to a slightly weaker Oguri that was able to use T-Pulse. But yes, as I mentioned before, speaking for Drippin, this is probably a card that you will more than likely borrow, and it might even just be a rare card too, because I don't think even the whales will pull for this. Really good art though. If you're a Daiwa fan and you want the art, as per usual, stunning, beautiful. So after that, we get another rerun with Twin Turbo Speed SSR and Ines Fujin Guts SSR. Twin Turbo, the only reason why you would ever get that is early golden early lead, I believe. And Ines Fusion Guts, I mean, you only need 1 LB for it to even really be good. Going back to Twin Turbo, the event chain can literally die because of RNG. So are these cards that you should probably pull for? Probably not. So we move on to the other two. And I might be on my own here, so do not go easy on me. But we got Bamboo Memory Guts SSR and Seeking the Pearl SSR Speed. So right off the bat, we'll go on to Bamboo Memory SSR Guts. It's an interesting card because of its unique effect, and that is the less energy you have, the more friendship bonus you gain. Which already, when you're running a Guts card and you're running 2, 3, or being completely insane and running 4 or more, you're gonna get this ability relatively fast. So the friendship bonus is 20%, race bonus of 10, fan count bonus of 20, has a high special rarity of 65, its starting bond is 25. It gives a speed bonus of 1 and a guts bonus of 1, and a trait effectiveness is of 10. The skills here are skills that you normally get for late surgers, but it offers skills that you can use for mainly mile, and you get a golden mile skill here. So this is definitely going to be that mile CM card. Now, are you probably going to pull for it just based off of it being a guts card? Probably not as much, only because in MANT, where energy preservation is king, it's hard to justify running a guts deck because you're burning through so much energy. Unless you have God's Touch on your RNG in the store and you're buying plenty of energy drinks, well, I guess the energy recovery drinks, not the actual ones that add energy to your health bar, it's very hard to justify it just being based off of a guts card. Now, going off to its skills here, it is one of those that hits for a relatively long time. Its base duration is 1.8 seconds, and it increases its target speed for 0.35 seconds. So, if you're in the back of the pack during the last corner, your speed will increase. So in a mile, very risky already to be in the back of the pack. Normally for miles, let's be honest here, it's going to be front and pace heavy. And if you're a late surger, or heaven forbid, you're an end closer, if you're too far back and you're not hitting any other accelerations, you know, NSM, pump, or anything else, you're just dead in the water. So unless you combo it with those skills and you have a decent amount of power and good enough wit where you're going to be hitting all those wit checks to accelerate, to go forward, it's very hard to justify this. Now, I could be completely wrong. I could be completely missing the point in this skill, and please do forgive me. But it's just one of those skills where if you're just too far back, you know, how can you use it in order to win? So if we get back to it, I'll leave a note, and Tripper can add his 2 cents. Bamboo Memory, beautiful art as per usual. I feel like the art just gets better and better as the years go by, but it's definitely a card that I wouldn't pull for, and it's not a card that I wouldn't even borrow. Perhaps I'll just borrow it just to test its skills, but other than that, it is a mile card, so if you desperately need a card that has mile skills, it gives you mile skills, as well as even 1 sprint skill. So interesting. But yeah, going forward to Seeking the Pearl Speed SSR. So its unique effect: the more maximum energy you have, the higher increased training you'll get. So just based off the wording here, is the higher the energy is, the more train effectiveness you'll get. It has a race bonus of 5%, so already kind of iffy on MANT, but this seems to be more of a stat stick card more than anything, because you get the friendship bonus of 30%. Starting bond pretty low at 30, but the specialty priority being at 65 means that it's probably going to be landing on speed relatively often. The fan count is 10. The hit bonus is 1. Hit rate up is 20%. Skill point bonus of 1. speed bonus of 1, and then you have an initial power bonus of 30. So, Seeking the Pearl is a hybrid card because it offers you both pace and late skills. It also gives you mile and sprint skills. So, it's interesting in that sense where if you need skills, right, especially as a parent card, so very similar to Mayano, this is the card that I would definitely borrow for parent runs, simply because of how many skills it gives you. Now, I can't really tell you that having a recovery skill specifically for mile is going to be all that useful, but hey, seeing how the future is going to be with individuals throwing a bit more debuffers because of how strong some of these Umas are going to be in the future, maybe you might use it. Other than that, though, it has head-to-head, so you will gain that acceleration that many pace chasers desperately need. You get some interesting mile skills from the event chain. So these are one of those event chains in which you can't stop, but it just keeps going and you just get different abilities as you go on. So you can either go the mile route and you'll get more mile abilities, or you can go the sprint route and get more sprint abilities. And lastly is the gold skill. Now, the gold skill is going to be only for late searchers, and the JP version of it is called Daredevil. So if you're in the middle of the pack at a random point during the second half of the race, your speed and acceleration will increase. Perfect for late searchers. So target speed 0.35, in acceleration 0.1. So pretty solid choice. It's interesting that it's given to a mile and sprint guard, but I can see that people might use this for, you know, possibly giving it to late surgers. It needs more testing though. But for sure, as a parent card, I'm gonna use it for sure. Just based off of all of these skills you get. Firm conditions, pace chaser savvy, late surger savvy, watchful eye, prepared to pass, slick surge, sprinting gear, head on, sharp gaze. And then again, from the events, you can either go the mile route, you'll get updrafters, you go the sprint route, you get light as a feather. Straight course, so this is probably one of the first times where we see this skill outside of the rare Seeking the Pearl and the rare Taiki Shuttle, which not a lot of people use. Same thing goes for the SR Seeking the Pearl. Again, I don't know that many people that use it. So if you have a straight course, has no corners, you have a speed increase of 40. And Umastan, one of those skills, again, for parents that you're going to want to use and keep using. So, in terms of Bamboo Memory, Seeking the Pearl, I personally wouldn't pull, and it's the same situation for the Sirius Symboli as well as Symboli Rudolf situation, where I don't want to get the wrong card into MLB while the one that I wanted gets to, you know, be there with 1 LB or 2 LB. So that's just simply how it is. But definitely I would borrow it for the Miles CMs, just for the skills. and a parent card especially. Afterwards, we get Mr. CB Wit SSR, and this is a card that is being talked about by everybody, and I would have to agree with a lot of people and say that this card, especially if you are an end closer, and if you're Oshi, waifu, or whatever you want to call her, Amara Vega, if you want to use her with Daring Strike, this is the only card in which you can use it to get Daring Strike with Amara Vega. She can't use her own power card. And by the time Mr. CB comes out, we'll have different skills for her to use. It won't be for a while. So, in terms of this card, remember when we said that you can use some of these cards at 2 LB and it's usable in terms of MANT? This is probably one of those cards that you can cope with it at 1 LB because it gives you that 5% raise bonus. And unfortunately, that's as high as it goes. Even at MLB, you're only getting 5 raise bonus. Now, at max MLB, as I said earlier, we are going to be grading most of these cards at. Here's the unique effect. Gain wit bonus 1 and skill point bonus of 1 when the bond gauge is at least 80. It's going to go relatively up quickly because of the friendship bonus being 30. We are going to get a wit recovery of 5, so it's pretty high, especially in MANT where you want to get the energy back. Once again, it's one of those cards that gives you a lot of energy back. 5% raise bonus. It's usable. Copeable. Fan bonus of 15. Hint level of 2. Hint frequency of 40%. Special priority of 50. Speed bonus of 1. Training effectiveness of 5. Initial friendship gauge of 20, so we do have to work for it. Wit bonus of 1 and mood effect of 30%. So this is when we start getting a lot of cards that just come with more effects on them. You know, gone are the days where it's like 5 things and that's it. We're gonna start hitting these type of just crazy lists when it comes to it. Now the numbers might not be all that great, but this is definitely one of those cards that even just for its hints, it's gonna be very much usable at whether it's on your own deck or a borrow, and especially for a parent. You're gonna want this card for your end closers. It comes with Rainy Days, Homestretch Haste, Medium Corners, Tailed Held High, Corner Acceleration, and probably the most important skill right now, as of recording this, Straightaway Spurt. So, it's another card besides Sweep Tosho SSR, which is a gamble, as well, and you can correct me here, of Kishi Amazon Power, which is a hint that I believe you don't even get guaranteed. Am I correct?
Yes, it's a hint. It's
Okay.
hints.
So it's one of those few cards as of recording that you can get Straightaway Spurt, and it increases the chances there because you do get a hint frequency of 40%, and the hint level is 2, so very usable. Now, the event chain here, right? The event chain here, you have some options at the second one. So the top option or the bottom option here, you're gonna get some interesting choices. If you pick the top option, there is a chance of getting corner recovery, which when a game that you need to save as much skill points as possible, especially in this scenario, very helpful. Corner recovery, hint level 2. Now, if you don't get it, because the roll didn't go your way, you still get 15 energy. Now, if you go to the bottom, you get Intense Gaze, hint level 1, and a power of 10. So it's something I wouldn't necessarily use, but that's just me. Now, you do get, from what I'm looking at here, it's guaranteed Daring Strike of hint level 1. So, Daring Strike is just early start gold. You start to increase velocity for a medium duration when positioned towards the back of the race as an end closer. It's basically putting you in that position in order to secure that combo of using some inherited skills, i.e. Shadow Break, as well as NSM, Ramp Up, and all those other skills that you want to use. It just increases those chances of being able to hit those requirements. And it allows you to catch up relatively most of the time to the lates, to the paces, and hopefully overtaking the front runners. Is this a card that people should pull on? I would have to agree with what most people have said is yes. Now, this is a tricky banner in the sense that you get, and I'm trying to like look at it here, you get the Togai Teo Stamina SR as well as the rare CB. So it is one Wit SSR, but you're also competing for the other 2 cards. Higher chance though. Well, the higher chances in our minds. Afterwards, we get a rerun of Matikane Fukutaru Speed SSR, which by the time we hit that, MANT is on its way out. Is it justified to get it just for the last, let's say, 2 months, a month and a half? That's going to be up to you. But Rice Shower Power SSR is also another solid choice. Maybe you don't have Super Creek and you don't want to wait until the rerun in order to get Swinging Maestro, then sure, get it, fine. But it's, again, it's a rerun. It's your choice to pull for those cards. I'm not going to stop you. Wow, my co-host is just out and about, but I'll continue the show. So after Mr. CB Wit, and you pulling for it because it's a really important card if you're an end closer main, as well as just a solid parent card that you would borrow, we move on to Haru Urara SSR Power. So it's another power card, rare one, and it's an interesting card because its unique effect allows you to get more skill points every time you use it. You're going to have a friendship bonus of 20, friendship gauge of 30, race bonus of 10. So again, usable for MANT. Now, here's the pretty good parts here. Fan bonus of 20, right? I think I mentioned that. Hint frequency of 60 here. So you're going to get a lot of hints off of this. Might not get a lot of discounts, but you're definitely going to get a lot of hints. Mood effect of 30, initial power of 20, skill point bonus of 1, and then train effectiveness of 10. So, the weird part about this is it's very similar to the Haru Urara Guts card. And that is, you're going to get only like 2 skills here, which sounds funny when I said like, oh yeah, the hit frequency was 60. I'm not sure if you basically stack these skills or they are only there just to, after the event. So you get Hard Worker, which is moderately increased acceleration for a medium duration when trying to pass another runner. It's a late surger card, it's a late surger specific ability. its duration is 4 seconds, but its acceleration is 0.3. So definitely one of those skills that is rare, because the only other Umas that carry it is gonna be her own self for her New Year's, Urara, and Winning Ticket. So I can't really say too much about this, only because I don't run the Umas. But just based off of some of this just raw stuff that you get with the base duration of 4 seconds and increased acceleration, it's just one of those skills where if you stack them, it'll probably work in your favor. It's a Haru Urara power card. Just looking at it, looking at the stats, looking at what it gives you, it's probably something that I personally wouldn't want to pull on. Wait, is that even grammatically correct? It's something that I wouldn't pull on. There you go. And it's paired up with Ikuno Dictus Stamina. So if you want Ikuno Dictus, then you might get the Haru card, which if you want an SSR Haru card because she's your cute daughter or goober or however you want to look at her, then you already have Harurara Guts, and that's a pretty solid choice already, unless you're one of those ding-dongs that cleated it because reasons, of course. So I wouldn't pull, only because it doesn't really offer that much in the sense of skills, and it has no special priority, so it's just going to be floating the entire time. Now we move on to Ikuno Dictus. We have some interesting effects here. So its unique effect is the higher total bond of all your supports, the higher training effectiveness you'll gain. So it's a very much a high roll card, in a sense that not until mid game, hopefully late game, all of your bonds are really high. That's when this card tends to shine with its training effectiveness. And of course with MANT, you're able to use the ankle weights as well as the megaphones to increase your training gains. These is probably one of those stamina cards that would give you just a ton of stamina. Friendship bonus 30%, race bonus at 10%, fan bonus at 20%, and we continue with a friendship gauge of 25, mood effect at 30%, initial guts at 20, stamina bonus of 1, hint levels at 3, hint frequency at 40%. So, looking at this card, you definitely get a lot of skills. And it's probably going to be one of those cards where if you need more late surger skills, then you might pull for it, but it's definitely leaning more towards the borrow, at least for speaking for myself. It gives late surger savvy, calm in the crowd, be still, position pilfer, late surger corners, studious, sharp gaze. Now, the chain event is a chain event that doesn't end. If you pick for the first choices here, you either get 15 energy or you get practice perfect. And then for the last choice, so it's random, you either get so it's 15 energy, 15 stamina, 8 guts, 8 wisdom, keep going, so plus 3 hint, or energy of 10, stamina of 8, guts plus 5, and then wisdom 5, full throttle, hint 3. So it's either or. And you don't get the skill, the gold skill. It is not guaranteed. It's one or the other, just simply based off of what you roll. And it's an interesting one because this is one of the few cards that gives this skill for late searchers. Now, what is a skill that you might be looking at? So, greatly consume endurance mid-race and greatly increase velocity. So, the base duration is 2.4 seconds. Your increased target speed is going to be 0.45 seconds. However, it is debuffing you for negative 0.02 of your stamina. Now, is that a lot? Probably not. But knowing the RNG of this game, it might just get you at the finish line. Maybe. Just depending on how much stamina you get. Again, it's just one of those skills that only 2 cards have. So in the future, I believe this is a Satano Diamond SSR card that also gives it. So if you're, let's say, running Satano Diamond, if you want to use a skill for Satano Diamond because you're running as a late surger, well, she's going to have to use this Ikuno Dictus card to borrow. It is a double SSR banner that doesn't really rank all that high for me. So honestly, not going to pull for it, but definitely a card that I would borrow simply for parent runs, as well as just testing it on my late searchers, just for that extra little, push for the end. We'll move on to a rerun of Amara Vega Power SSR and Sakura Chiyo Stamina SSR. Again, these are going to be cards that become almost obsolete due to the future of the game and how it's moving. But if you really want them, then be my guest. This is going to be Taiki Shuttle Speed SSR, and it is her first SSR. And as per the first thing that I notice, especially with the common thing that we're going with all the SSRs, is that the artwork is just top notch. Definitely captures that American girl attitude. Specifically, Texas, right? Oklahoma, maybe a little bit of New Mexico, Colorado, Southern. Probably just pissed off a few people just by saying that. Anyways, beautiful art, like the rest of the cards. Now we get into the actual unique and other bonuses we get with this card. So, it is a gain speed bonus of 1 and skill point bonus of 1 when the bond gauge is at least 80%. You're going to get that right away because your friendship bonus is 25%, as well as the other bonus here. Oh, did I misspeak? I probably misspoke here. So you're going to have to work for it. My mistake. I read it wrong. Friendship bonus 25%, hint levels of 4%, hint frequency 60%, race bonus relatively low. Pretty ironic considering Taiki Shuttle and how popular he was in real life. I believe he was the second Japanese racehorse to win a foreign graded race. Just some side trivia there. I believe the first goes to Seeking the Pearl. She won the first graded race overseas. It's just that Taiki Shuttle was far more popular than her in real life. Now, I could be totally wrong and giving just more misinformation, but it's just one of those funny things that I noticed, that like Kita-san Black having a 5% race bonus, even though being one of like the most top earners in the entirety of Japanese racehorse, racing, it's just always funny to me. So that 5% race bonus definitely is going to be one of those statistic cards just based off of what you're getting here. Fan bonus at 15%, specialty priority 50, so pretty high. It's going to be on speed relatively frequently. Speed bonus of 1, initial friendship gauge of 20. So again, gonna have to work for it. Power bonus of 1, training effectiveness of 10. So pretty solid choice for a speed card. Now let's get into the actual like skills of this card. So right off the bat, you're gonna get Mile. That's all you're getting. You're not getting any sprints, maybe the exception of being straight course. Again, this is a stat increase of tracks with no corners, so that's probably the only sprint one you get, as well as Prepare to Pass, which is the white version of... Help me out over here. Speed. It's the one the Fine Motion gives. Speed Start. There you go. Prepare to Pass. There you go. Yeah, it's just for hints. Other than that, though, wet conditions, productive plan, mile straightaways, shifting gears, acceleration, use. Even though it's in the name, it's use of skill most of the time. So don't be getting that skill. Speed Eater, and then we go into mile corners. That's going to be your first event, and already it's a risk, because if you don't get the mile corners hint, then the chain event just ends. So safer just to go to the bottom tree and get speed 10, and her bond goes up by 5. After that, you get Mile Maven, which is widen the margin when positioned towards the front early race. This is a skill that no other card gives. No other card gives so far. I'm looking at the global, and let me see if I have been giving misinformation this entire time. But looking at the details, yes, even in JP, this is the only card that gives this skill. You can't inherit the golden skill, because the only other characters that can use it is Summer Maruzenusky, regular Taiki Shuttle, Summer Taiki Shuttle, Dectohelios, and then Majuro Ramon Wedding. So if you need Mile Maven, this is gonna be the card that you want. And at least for this scenario, we don't get many miles. Get one. So, of course, we would have to do a bit more due diligence for Grand Live. Who knows? Maybe by then there'll be better skills. However, I think for the miles, even just for your team trial Umas, you're gonna want that. So it's a very strong mile card. Now again, I could be completely giving horrible information here, but it's just interesting just seeing how this is the only card that gives a skill. So it must have its usage for the future. After that, we have Condor Pasa, SSR Guts, and Matikanetannhauser, SSR. So, this is a 2-part banner. And you already know how I feel about that. So let's look into the cards first before we make a full assumption, like a better words. And we'll start off with the Condor Pasa Guts card. So looking at it here, I'm gonna use, just make sure that I'm switching the translations here. So, unique effect. Gain increased training for every support card in the same training facility. It's pretty good. And seeing the fact that it doesn't have specialty priority, that means this is a floater card. That means if you use a whistle in your MANT training and this card happens to land on a skill with other rainbows going off, it's probably going to be giving you a lot more of those stats, in theory. Friendship bonus of 25. Initial guts of 30. Starting bond of 30. Hint level bonus of level 2. I just said level twice. Hint rate of 30%. Specialty... Oh, I apologize, so I misspoke. So he has 35, which is still pretty low. So it's still a bit of a floater. Guts bonus of 1. Race bonus of 10. And fan count of 15. So, we'll look onto the skills here. You have core distances. So your stamina stat will increase by 40 for any track of multiples of 400 meters. It has pace chaser savvy, preferred position, prepared to pass, pace chaser straightaways, head on, which is again one of those skills that you really want for pace chasers, and it has the speed star and sunny days. So this is another one of those cards that you don't stop the chain, it just keeps going. You either get better stats or you don't. And it's guaranteed speed star. However, one of the choices is going to be a hint level of 3, while the other one is just 1 hint. So you definitely want to go for the higher hints, of course, because it's less points that you're going to be using. Now, the only reason why you would pull for this card is probably going to be based off of this Matikanetannhauser Wit card. And looking at it, gain a Wit friendship recovery of 5 when the bond gauge is full. Pretty solid. Friendship bonus is 35. Initial friendship gauge of 30. Wit friendship recovery of 5. It gives you a speed bonus of 1, initial speed of 20, race bonus of 5, fan bonus of 10, special priority of 35, wit bonus of 1, and an initial wit of 30. Pretty good. Now, the skills. The skills here are actually pretty good. It is definitely a parent card, just based off of the top skills you get, right? Surface level ones. So you can get quarter recovery, lay low, pace strategy, shake it out, home stretch haste, nimble nav. So right off the bat, 2 very important ones: corner recovery, nimble navigator. Really important. Always good to get those additional hints, especially when you're trying to get swinging maestro and NSM. Now, for the events, right? The events, it's gonna be a bit of a gamble here in terms of the hints that you get for It's On. Now, It's On is a rare skill that, as of right now, the only card that gives it is Futeki. And a lot of people tend to end the event because they want PTO. But seeing that we don't get It's On anymore because we're no longer playing Unity, it's a very important skill. And this is one of those that if you continue the chain, you're gonna get it. So it's a pretty solid choice. You also get ramp up, you get flustered late surgers and subdued front runners. So based off of this, both of these cards, right, even though it is a guts card for Condor Pasa, I can still justify it by, you know, the fact that you can get the possibility of getting Speed Star, right? Unlike Fine Motion, where it just doesn't give it to you sometimes. And seeing the Matikanetannhauser Wit, they are both solid choices. And I would probably lean on pulling for them, honestly. It's not the top priority. I can't say with a full heart that I'll put all my carrots into it, but I would definitely pull for it simply because of the golds that they give you. Definitely something to think about, and it's definitely something that I would consider pulling for it. For sure, I would borrow one or the other, depending on the UMA that I'm running, of course. So, moving on to Air Groove Power SSR. And it's one of those cards that is very interesting up front. It caught my attention simply because of what it gives you, just based off of its effects. So one is that it's a power bonus of 1 and a skill point bonus of 1 when the friendship gauge is at least 80. Pretty good. The other things that are going to come with this card is the friendship bonus is 25, mood effect of 60, special priority of 65, so it's pretty high. It's going to be landing on power a lot. Initial stamina of 20, initial power of 20, initial friendship gauge of 15, so you're going to have to do a little bit of work in order to get that up. Stamina bonus of 1, race bonus of 10, so it is very usable for MANT. That bonus of 15, and on to the skills. Pretty good skills. It has Be Still, Late Search Straightaways. It has Fearless, which is a skill that normally doesn't see the light of day because it simply doesn't exist yet. Looking at the cards that it's on, we don't have any of them so far in global, so I can't tell you too much about it. However, looking at the skill itself, it has duration of 2.4 seconds, increased target speed of 0.15, and increased acceleration of 0.05. So just based off of the numbers, solid choice as per usual if you combo it with other skills. Now, here's where the fun begins here. Hesitant end closers, flustered end closers, and sharp gaze. So, if you really want to go after those end closers, once again, as per usual, Air Groove is your mare. We go on to the skills that you will get, and it's gonna be one of those that you take either the medium route or the mile route. It's not like crazy, you just get one or the other. So once again, it's gonna be one of those skills that isn't in global yet as of this recording, and it's gonna be Fearless again for Late Surger, but the other one is gonna be Take the Chance. So if positioned toward the back late race, slightly increase acceleration. It is a medium only skill. Its base duration is 1.8 seconds, and it increases the acceleration of 0.2 seconds. So the most I can say, since I haven't used it just yet, or haven't really noticed it just yet, is combo it with other accelerations and other uniques that will just simply push you forward. If you decide to choose the mile route, you get updrafters, which we already know what that is. We've used it on our mile CMs. And then you get the golden recovery lion weight. This is a recovery that is mainly just for late searchers. You can get it from the Xenorob Roy speed, the event card, Sasano Diamond, as well as moving forward in the future, you get it on Sasano Diamond again, Matikanetannhauser, one of our alt skins, and Gold City New Year's. Stamina recovery of 0.055. So once again, just a gold recovery for late searchers. She is on her own on this banner, being the only SSR. There is a Gold City Wit SR. And honestly, I could see myself putting some resources into it, only because as of right now, it's probably stronger compared to the other late surger cards that gives you lion weight. So
Which one is it?
we are all the way forward into Air Groove Power SSR.
Holy.
Yeah.
It moves pretty fast.
I've been, what's the word here? Improving
Right.
this entire
Yeah.
time. You missed out on some pretty important cards, and if you have any things you want to say, we could definitely rewind before we move forward into the other couple ones that we have left. But I was just saying that I would actually probably pull for this card, just based off of it being a stronger choice of getting line weight, so a recovery for a late surger, as well as just having some skills that we don't have yet in global. It's the first one that gives fearless, as well as take the chance. So
Oh, yeah.
I probably would pull for this.
Air Groove Power?
Yeah.
Right before the throne. Yeah. That's not a bad option.
We'll talk about the throne after.
What did you think of Ikuno Dictus Stamina?
So rewinding all the way back, it is a card that I would borrow.
Okay.
Definitely
Seeking the
borrow.
Pearl Speed?
That is a card that I would hope to get MLB because, one, it is a really, really strong parent card. You're getting a crap ton of skills, as well as you getting, again, it's the first time you get gold dauntless. So it's a unique skill that we haven't seen on global, and you're not going to see it for a while. I just assumed, as just like every other skill that increases velocity as well as some acceleration, that you just want to combo it with other uniques, as well as like just NSM or it's on or something like that, and it's going to be really strong. But it's definitely a card that I would...
Surgers are cooking. Blade Surgers are cooking.
Yeah. It's just hard to justify it because Bamboo Memory Guts is the second card on that banner, and I didn't really like it all that much. Unless you can justify it, it's kind of mid.
Yeah, I'm still gonna pull. I'm a whale, so of course. I'm a whale, guys. Wow. Oh.
Well, I mean, tell me about it. I think we stopped at Daiwa.
That's not that Daiwa, but
Yeah. I mean, you could
Seeking the Pearl, yeah.
You could do a quick one, quick rapid fire, starting from Bamboo Memory.
I don't care about Bamboo Memory.
Just hope you get Seeking the Pearl MLB.
Seeking the Pearl, 20. Imagine having 20 TE. And literally based on your energy uses, like it has the higher you have energy, more TE you have. It has 5 race bonus, which is okay. It's a flex card, and speed bonus and skill point bonus, super good. So, and it's 65 specialty prio, so it's really good, super good. So I guess the 20 having the chance to get 20 TE makes up for the race bonus, especially during the scenario. But overall, super good for late surgers.
It's a better Mayano card in a way.
Yeah, better than mine. Plus, you're getting skill point bonus, so you're getting extra skill points. Definitely, a good late surger card, and you can get head on from just like, you're a pace chaser. You can. I mean, I wouldn't recommend it. It's mainly a late surger card, but you can just get head on from event chain.
Yes. For me, it was a borrow card just because I don't want to get Bamboo Memory.
Yeah.
Solid borrow card. Mr. CB, I said that's a must pull for end closers. It's especially if your Oshi waifu is Amari Vega.
I agree.
It's the only card that gives Terran Strike besides Amari Vega. Amari Vega can't even use her own damn card.
Ikuno Dictus is a cool borrow. Taiki Shuttle's a pretty good card.
I said it's a must pull for the Miles.
Yeah.
Miles. I don't know how strong Mile Maven stays in the future. I would have to talk to more JP veterans that know what they're doing and not just parroting off of old scripts. Oh, who would ever do that? But I would have to talk to them and ask, because this is the only card that gives Mile Maven. No other card ever gives Mile Maven.
Yep. Gives Mile Maven, has 5 race bonus, speed bonus, and power bonus with 50 special prio. Super good.
It's the Kita-san for Miles.
Yeah, Kita-san for Miles. This is a pretty damn good card. Definitely. For a first Taiki card, she's out for a whole year and she's finally getting a card. Holy crap.
I know. Her first and only SSR.
Yeah. Rip.
She got the special creek treatment. I mean special creek. Oh my god. Super creek. See, it's late. Okay, it's late. It was very hot today. My face is burning. Anyways, Super Creek just got her SR card. In JP.
Yeah.
Moving on to Condor, Pasa, Guts, and Matikanetannhauser, Wit. I actually would pull for these 2 cards. Mainly for Mambo.
I mean, this is a Guts card. Condor is a Guts card that gives Speed Star. And Mambo is free. I thought Mambo was a free card, is it?
I don't think so. I'm looking at the
banner together?
Yeah. Early June 2026 estimated release.
Oh, okay. I guess it's not a bad card. It's on. And let's see. MLB 35 specialty prio. Initial speed 20. Speed bonus 1. Race bonus. It's an interesting card. Increase initial wit 30. It's not a bad card. I'd probably borrow this card, if anything.
See,
but
my main reason for using it is you don't have to end the event chain, unlike Muteki, to get it's on. Because if you just want PTO off of Muteki, you don't get it's on. Most people only bring Muteki for it's on. I don't know many people.
You bring Muteki for PTO. What?
Or sorry. I was looking at the skill. I don't know why I was saying it's on. You end the event chain for PTO.
Yes.
You rarely get it's on. Like, I understand that now, maybe because due to MANT, that people might skip that and just pray that either a PTO from their inspiration or just some random event will pop off. But it's on is so important because it's one of the few mid-game skills that you need to have in order for your ends and lates to move up in order to have a better chance to overrunning the front runners and
You
pace
can
pacers.
cope with. I mean, I think ramp up is pretty good by itself as well, though. Like, it's not like it's on is like not that much greater than ramp up. It's like I think there are a little bit better cards than just this Wit card because it's on is okay, I guess, but it's not worth a whole. Me personally, I wouldn't take a whole slot up a borrow for just it's on, and the skill is only giving like nimble and recoveries, white recoveries. I mean, this is probably a good card for Christmas Ogre if you need white recoveries. This thing will give you white recoveries.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's definitely a card used for, again, parents. It's on, and then getting more nimble nav. I mean, that's always good to get.
Yeah.
There's a few cards that give nimble nav, but in terms of like actual, using it, I think it's only a handful. Like even Tokai Teo, like you can kind of justify it because speed and power bonus, but Fine Motion, Mayano, you're not using Rob Roy, you're not gonna use Oguri SSR power, and I mean it's not gonna be told a lot later where you get nimble nav, off of other SSRs and SR cards. So that's kind of why I like it. And it's you're not getting it from an event. And then clearly, now that we're caught up, Air Groove, would you pull for this card or are you gonna save?
It's a little close to honestly, it's a little close to Tachyon and in Light Hello. It's a little too close for comfort.
Okay.
But if Tachyon and Light Hello were farther away, I would probably pull for it.
Okay.
More like a borrow angle.
Definitely a borrow, but I definitely would pull because I love my late surgers, but that's just me.
Yeah.
So, the very controversial card, the Throne. We've been seeing a lot of hot takes on this card. Let's add some of our own here. So, unique effect.
Yeah.
Gain skill point bonus 2 when the bond gauge is at least 80. Friendship bonus 35. Starting bond up 35. Increase training by 5%. Initial speed up by 20. Event recovery amount 30. Event effect up 20. It says increases effect size from events of this card. I don't really know what that means. I guess it's just you get more of them.
This acts like basically this card acts like a rainbow.
Okay.
Gives you rainbow.
Got you. Wisdom training recovery up by 2. Speed bonus to 1. Race bonus to 10. Fan count bonus to 15. Okay, let's go on to the skills real quick here. So, right here, besides some of these like pretty decent stats on the card itself, you get Pace Chaser straightaways, Rainy Days, Fighter, which uses skill, Fighting Spirit. That is a new skill for global, as far as I'm concerned.
It's the white version of the Burning Soul from Rudolf Power I was talking about.
Got it. Okay, so that's not gonna be for a bit longer. Prudent positioning, full throttle. So,
I mean, no, we get the Burning Soul like April 1st, so like with like literally like a week and a half.
Okay.
So it's actually pretty close.
Fighting Spirit, which we talked about before, I believe. When engaged in the challengement pack of the race, very slightly recover endurance, slightly recover velocity. Sorry, that was Fighting Spirit. Full Throttle is greatly consume endurance mid-race and moderately increase velocity. So this skill is also
This is on Ikuno Dictus stem.
Yes,
This is like the gold version of it.
Yes. Nakayama Race Course, and then you get this gold skill.
Which is gold medium corner.
Yeah, so increased velocity on corners. This is a skill that you only will get with this card, and then a lot later on another support card. You're not going to get this at all on another support card until way in the future. It is only golden medium corners. It's probably going to be for, maybe in the case of using it for Kira-san Black on a medium, because she can't use Professor Curvature. But other than that, you only get it on one other card, which is going to be way in the future. And then 3 Umas have them, which again, Xeno Rob Roy is probably going to be the closest one you're going to get until we hit Satsuno Diamond, and then later on, way later on, Yoshi, and then medium corners. So there are plenty of events in this card. It's like a date card, I believe. And then there's a lot of random events as well that you're going to be getting. And we'll be here for another freaking 30 minutes if you go through all of them. So this card, is it what the other content creators are saying? It is a must pull or not? And I want you to tell me why, because this is something that a few people haven't really fully grasped on why they shouldn't pull for this card. Like why they should save their resources for stronger cards that are literally going to come out in the following month. Light Hello, Agnes Tachyon being 2 big examples, but even before that, Maruzenusky Speed, and then just again going back on a list on a separate video we'll make, there's going to be plenty of Umas that we're going to be wanting to pull for their uniques and their own, parent possibilities. So why is this card not a must pull? Grammar be damned. Just tell me why you shouldn't be pulling for this card. Saving your resources.
The timing of the card is very not good at all. Also, the fact that like this card is good for like 1 CM during MANT, which is like the last medium of MANT. So you'll be using this card, right? And right after the medium is, you have, I think it's a mile, I'm pretty sure. The last CM of MANT is...
It's a sprint. It's sprint.
No.
Yeah, it's
sprint. Yeah, sprint. Yeah, you go right into a sprint, right? So it's literally used for one. Like it comes out during CM15, and probably, especially with accelerated schedule, because JP they say it was the only use for like about a month. Like, and then it comes around that time, and with accelerated schedule, it'll probably be used for like 2 weeks, maybe. So that's not really that great. Essentially, it's really bad.
Mm-hmm.
You're wasting your resources on a card that has short lifespan. It's too close to the Maruzenusky Speed card, which is a really good card, especially if you're pulling for a frontrunner main. And it's also super close to
Light Hello and Agnes Tachyon.
Light Hello and Agnes Tachyon. Super, super close.
Yeah, we're not going to be running 2 PAL cards.
Yeah. So, not really. It's a good borrow. Let the whales pull for it.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah.
So.
It's because even after that, you could somewhat justify using it on the dirt medium, maybe, but by then you'll have light hello, which we'll make a video on that later when we do it.
Light hello is a must-have in your deck.
And then after that, you're gonna have a mile CM, go back to medium, so maybe you might get a little bit more usage out of it. Then back to long, a sprint, and then dirt, mile, and then so like by the time you're gonna have other cards coming out that are even gonna be replacing some of your pools that we were talking about like right now, and some cards even there's an argument to be said that they're gonna be replacing some of the big ones like Kitasan Black. Agnes Tachyon might have there's a strong case for using her to replace Kitasan Black. Now, probably won't have a full replacement until we have like a Condor Speed, but that's not going to be for a while. But just be wary of pulling for too many cards, even though I myself am probably going to pull for maybe 3 banners so far. So the jury's in. I think both of us agree. Just borrow the card.
Just borrow. Borrow.
Yeah, let the suspiciously rich tech guys that have oil tycoon money pull for the card. And hot take, don't be paying streamers to pull for this card. Just save your own money for your own pulls, because trust me, we're gonna talk about Umas on the next one. You're gonna want quite a few of these Umas, either for aces or for inheriting their ults. So hold on to your money. All right, we have only a few left here, and the next banner after the throne is going to be Maruzenusky Speed SSR, Nakayama Festa Wit SSR. So it's to my understanding that Maruzenusky Speed is going to also be another contender to replace Kitasan Black as your front runner stat stick. Because I know Kitasan Black it's kind of a weird mismatch of like skills and stuff, but we'll get onto it. So
Maruzenusky's Speed is frontrunner starter kit. You have everything you need for a frontrunner.
Exactly.
It gives you every frontrunner skill.
Exactly.
You get front straightaways, front corners, leader's pride, slipstream, PTO, groundwork, focus, 777, and summer runner. And the gold is you also get early lead as well. And the gold is top runner, which is gold leader's pride. And leader's pride is already a strong
skill. Yeah. Just to rewind it, this is going to be another stat stick card, right? So gain training effectiveness 5 per level of the current training facility. So you're going to be wanting to hit that speed quite a lot here. Friendship bonus of 25, initial gauge of 30, speed bonus of 1, race bonus of 5. Once again, using this for a stat stick. Fan bonus of 10, hint levels 2, hint frequency of 30%, not too bad. Specialty priority, sadly, pretty low, 35. Power bonus of 1, mood effect of 30. You already mentioned most of the skills. You missed, let's see here. Summer runner, 777s. I'll just go down the list. Front runner straightaways, front runner corners, leader's pride, split stream, PTO, early lead, groundwork, focus, and then you said top runner, gold version of leader's pride, early lead, and this is one of those cards that it's guaranteed to get the gold. You get a lot of stats with it, and you're right. It's just everything you want for a front runner. And it's one of those cards that is a good and better choice to get groundwork, unlike how we struggle to get groundwork, let's say on Smart Falcon. Better for Bakshi as a parent card because you could just end the event, but at least with the cards that we have now, you can only get it from Gold Chip, so no. Power Oguri for the no. Gold Chip Speed, no. And then as of right now, Maruzenusky. So parent card, must have for front runners. I would definitely pull this, use it on my Kita-san, use it on my Valentine's Bourbon, and also Ballroom Saiyan Sky.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But that chat's more for the Umas later on.
Sadly, this is the Summer Maru killer. Actually, the Maruzenusky killer. Literally, she croaks over and dies when this card drops. Oh,
sadly, because she can't use her card.
Yep. Sorry to all the Maruzenusky Oshi players. Rip your soul. May you forever rest in peace.
Yeah. So enjoy your summer Marus while you have a chance, or regular Maruzenusky. Unless you use regular Maruzenusky Pace Chaser or Late or End Closer, then she still has some usage there. But yeah, you're not going to get a replacement card for a long time. You don't get Top Runner Gold for a while, and then the only other character that has it base kit is Ballroom Saiyan Sky. So yeah, I can understand why people are going to be unfortunately dropping Maruzenusky. They might have her still on the team, but she's definitely not going to be the strongest front on the team. So yeah, I can understand why after looking at this card, it is a must pull. You're not really a front runner guy, but seeing what it comes with, which you might go front.
I like using bourbon, so I've
that
definitely used it for my bourbon.
I use classic bourbon. I used classic bourbon way back when, and she's one of my favorite ubas from even the anime, so I would definitely use it on Valentine Bourbon.
Absolutely.
So this is a double banner. And one of those double banner situations is, do we save or do we pull? I think just on the strength of Maruzenusky, you're probably going to pull. But let's see what this other card has. And that is Nakayama Festa. So, MLB, unique effect, 20% chance to make the current training fail rate 0. So, it's a gamble card. Very becoming of the gambler. So very
very iffy.
Very iffy. But pair this with a pal card, I mean, I guess you have a better chance. Friendship bonus 20. Mood effect 60. Train effectiveness 15%. Hint levels 3. Hint frequency 50%. Wit recovery of 5. Wit bonus of 1. Initial friendship gauge of 20. Skill bonus point 1, race bonus of 10, fan bonus of 15. You get a crap ton of skills. A crap ton of them. This is another parent card. And since it's one of those cards that you probably would want just for the parent situation, you're probably going to get a few copies if you're really going all in for Maruzenusky. You get Summer Runner, Long Shot, Quick Conditions, Lucky 7, Triple Sevens, Steadfast, Late Surgery Straightaways, Uma Stand, All I Got, Risky Business. Now this is the first card that you get it in the sense of it's not an event. It's just there as a hint. Nimble Navigator, Slick Surge. Now, the event chain here doesn't look like it doesn't break, I guess. It's again, it's one of those gamble cards where you're gonna roll on it on the last one. You get the best, which is 3 hints. You get the okay one, which is 1 hint, and then you just get nothing. You get the white version of nothing ventured. So, seeing this card, would you use this card? I mean, you're gonna pull on Maruzenusky, so, but if you get this card,
Oh yeah, I would use this card. As skill point bonus 1, 10 race bonus, skill and wit bonus. 50% hit frequency and hit level 3. It doesn't have special prio, but I'm getting. It's one of the cards that actually just gives you Uma stand. Unlike the other one is Gold Ship, and that's it. There's not a lot of cards that give you Uma stand, and Uma stand is pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
It's much needed, and Risky Business doesn't seem like a terrible skill, or Gold Risky Business doesn't seem pretty bad.
Mm-hmm.
It's 0.45 in stamina drain to special scaling, so that's not a bad card. I don't mind it.
I think the unique effect is why it doesn't have a special priority. It's gonna be floating, so
Yeah.
That's
So it has a 20% chance of making the trading 0% fail rate.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, you pair that up with the PAL card. It's still during MANT. It's probably at the last leg of MANT. So you're definitely going to be using this with the Fukutaru card. Maybe
So
even...
imagine you have like a 99% failing chance and that card's on there. And it's like 20% chance it doesn't fail.
Yeah, it's better than that 1%. Hit that 20% base. Well, I mean, most people say it's a 50-50, but let's be honest, it's not really always a 50-50. Okay. Lastly, before we move on to Grand Live, we get one more rerun. We get Ikuno Dictus Guts SSR and Ikuno Bayesian SSR Wit. I can somewhat justify pulling just for Ikuno Bayesian. You only need 1 LB, but
No, you need 0 LB just for it to be useful.
Oh, well, I thought for the race bonus. I thought it was 1 LB.
Yeah, that's 0 LB for the race
Oh.
bonus. It's just that it's unique.
It's, if you have it, you can probably get it, but seeing how extremely close it is to Tachyon and Light Hello, I just wouldn't completely justify it. It unless you absolutely want it because of NSM, sure, but it's to my understanding that as this game continues and seeing how things are moving in JP after certain scenarios, NSM isn't going to be that strong anymore. There's going to be other skills, even inherited alts that you can use that completely just put NSM on the side. You could just take Nimble Nav and you're good. So, 99% don't want to pull for it. Lastly, and we're finally almost at the finish line. Kind of ironic having Manhattan Cafe as IRL Sayer. That was the Merchant of the Distance being the last friggin' guard. Just proves the stamina here. I've been yapping for almost 2.5 hours, going on 3. So apologies if my voice is getting annoying, but we're trying to give you some info here. Manhattan Cafe, once again, a stamina card, SSR. She is very close to Tachyon. So even right there, a lot of people are probably going to be turned off by that, but we'll still give her a chance to shine here. So gain stamina bonus of 2 when the bond gauge is at least 80, friendship bonus of 25, training effectiveness 10, initial friendship gauge of 20, race bonus of 5, fan bonus of 10, specialty priority 35, hit levels 1, hit frequency 20, skill point bonus of 1, guts bonus of 2. Ooh, excuse me. Guts bonus of 2. Now, she gives same skills as
she
her
does get
SR.
skill point bonus. You get said skill point bonus 1, right? And she actually has like her unique is stamina bonus too, so that's really good.
So it's gonna be definitely it's a floater for sure, but when it hits, it hits. You get guts bonus of 2 as well, so you're gonna have a lot of guts at the end of your run.
Sadly, though, this card is long locked. It's very locked behind long.
Yes.
All the skills are like long oriented.
So
Not something like you're gonna use, and we don't have a lot of longs. Next
Nope.
long is for like a while, like a long while.
It's similar to her SR and her other SSR. It's deep breaths, passing throw, long straightaways, long corners, pressure, Highlander, stamina eater, and her gold is of calm mind. Now, it's interesting because she is the only card that gives this, and Majiro Bright is the only Uma that has this gold recovery. It is a debuffer in the sense that you will gain stamina of 0.075, but you also decrease speed. So, just really think about that. And then, of course, non-standard.
It's a lot of recovery gain, so it's like more than Maestro.
It's just that you're really hoping that your other skills will increase your acceleration and velocity and basically everything going up in order to justify losing that speed. So it could very, very well just kick back and hit you right in the face, and you lose your, CM race, or God forbid your CM final because of that. Maybe there's a reason why this was the only card that ever offered that, and only one Uma ever got that. So, in terms of pulling for it, it's not a card that I would personally pull for. It's long locked, and it's not like the recovery itself. Yes, it's really strong, but there are still better recoveries out there. Even Superior Heal at this point of the game is really good, and if you play your cards right, whether you made a 3-star parent that has Superior Heal as 3 stars, or you found one, it's really one of those like bang for your buck type of things. So I can't really justify pulling it, especially when it's literally a week or two before Light Hello and Agnes Tachyon speed.
Yeah.
I mean, if she's your Oshi and you really like longs, go for it. If you have some hidden tech, by all means. But I think her other card with the Stamina Siphon gold probably has more value than this one. If it would have came out at a different time than right before Light Hello and Agnes Tachyon, hell, if it would have came before a long CM, I can definitely pull for it. But the fact that it's right before Light Hello, Agnes Tachyon, and like you said, we're not gonna get a long CM for a really long while. You go from medium to mile, and then medium again. You won't even get another long until Nakayama Turf 2,500 meters. And that's not even like a real long. That's just a little bit extra long medium. So, yeah, it's a borrow, if anything, but definitely not something I would pull.
Yeah.
Well, we made it all the way to the end. We looked at all the SSRs that came out during MANT. We touched a little bit off on some of the reruns. And yeah, a lot of yapping. Definitely going to be editing some of this down. Hopefully a lot more digestible. But is there any final thoughts that you would like to share before we completely wrap this up?
No, I think that's pretty much it. We covered a bit of everything. Really good. We got a lot covered, and my opinion is I like it. I like the things we talked about. Pretty good.
Okay. And for our one audience member that's listening live, is there anything you would like to add, whether about the cards or just the general, I guess you can call this a podcast or something, but like, is there anything you want to add if you're still alive?
Rail.
Oh, he's gone. No. Poor man starved to death while waiting.
Rip died. He didn't talk at all.
No, he did. He did. He corrected me. I guess if I were to say anything to wrap this up is I would definitely, one, translate all the stuff into English, into the global version, because it's frustrating to go back and forth from JP to global, because some of the wording's a little weird. And then two, fully understand what these skills do. Definitely I would try to like have some game footage in the background, like using these skills. Like I'm pretty sure if I put like some JP stuff that I've recorded, maybe I am using these skills, but because of the Hachimi and the translations not being one-to-one, you know, I know some of these skills just, you know, again, probably being used, but because I don't understand whether it's in Japanese or the word's different, I won't really know 100%. And another thing that I would probably add to is just less yapping, I guess. But I know some people might actually enjoy this like long-winded video. So again, Real, you there? No, he's dead. I don't know when he clocked out. But he did give a lot of insight, and he did correct me on some stuff. So that's definitely something I need to work on. Other than that, just I think I did okay. But that's for the comments to decide, and that's for others that'll probably watch this video to decide. Would you guys enjoy this long-winded format, or do you guys want something a bit shorter? That's going to be up to you guys. Of course, feedback is always welcome. Criticism, anything like that. I mean, you can go ahead and just say, oh, your voice is annoying. I really don't mind whatever you guys will say. Other than that, though, enjoy the runs. Continue experimenting. Probably have a bit more fun on the UMA pools because there's a lot less UMAs. And we've actually probably test most of these out in JP because, you know, some of these UMAs that we are going to talk about on the next video, you still use them in current JP, you know, meta. A lot of these cards, unfortunately, once they hit their lifespan, that's pretty much it, unless you're just making parents. But even then, the better cards that come out could still make good parent UMAs. So, other than that, thank you, Dripping, for joining me. Even though you abandoned me halfway through and I had to improvise.
I'm mad. Sorry, man.
No, it's okay. I know. When you get that call, you gotta answer.
Yeah.
But other than that, thank you all for listening. This has been a very long recording, and it's finally gonna end. Woohoo! You won. You got to the end of the long race. Yay! This has been Banchan, and I hope you all have a good one. See you all next time.
See you next time.